Okay, so welcome to Tuesday's maths lesson for year 3. This is the 26th of January 2021. We're going to begin by practicing our 6 times table. Again, you can record this and email it back to me. Pause the video here while you practice. Okay, so let's write maths, the date and the LO to solve problems in your books. Pause the video here while you write it down. Okay, so we're going to start off with a thinking question. You don't need to write anything down. I'm going to give you a tip, which is to multiply. So Amal makes 14 wooden horses a day. So how many does he make in 4 days? Think about that tip of multiplying. So yes, we've got Amal making 14 wooden horses. So we've got 14 times 4. And Amal here has used some images using base 10. He's also broken down the calculations. We know to do the tens first, so 4 times 10 is 40, and then the ones, 4 times 4 is 16, and we're going to add those totals 40 and 16 together to give us 56. So 14 times 4 is 56. So Amal is making 56 wooden horses in 4 days. Again, we have another thinking question, and another tip here for you is to divide. So Sophia is making, she's made 92 wooden giraffes, and it's taken her 4 days to make for 92 wooden giraffes. Now she's making the same amount of giraffes each day, so it's equal. So she's got 92 giraffes and it took her 4 days. So how many did she make in each day? Remember, the tip is to divide. Pause it here while you have a work it out and have a think about it. Okay, so we've got Sophia with her 92 giraffes, and she's going to make those in 4 days. So I'm going to use a part-whole model here just to break down 92 and what can be divided by 4. So we've got 80 on one side and 12 on the other. So we're going to take the 80 first of all and divide it by 4, which gives us 20 in each group. And then we're going to take the ones and divide it by 4, which gives us 3 in each group. So we take our answers and we're going to add them together. 20 plus 3 equals 23. So 92 divided by 4 equals 23. So she's made 23 wooden giraffes each day. Okay, so this is a one for our exercise books. So have a go at this question. I'm just going to tell you to remember to multiply the tens first and then the ones. So a wooden train has 12 wheels, and we can see that there are 6 trains. So how many wheels are there altogether? How many wheels on 6 trains? Pause the video here and then we'll have a look at the answer. Okay, so your answer is that we've got 6 times 12. We've got an image here of our tens and our ones, and we're going to multiply the tens first. 6 times 10 to give us 60, and then the ones, 6 times 2 to give us 12. We're adding our answers 60 and 12 to give us 72. So 6 times 12 is 72 wheels. Okay, another one for our exercise books. I'm going to give you a clue here to remember to divide by 3. You can use a part-whole model to help break it down into 2 divide sums. So a wooden helicopter takes 3 hours to make. So how many helicopters can be made in 48 hours? So we've got 48 here, and I've broken it into 30 and 18, and remember that we're dividing it by 3. Pause the video here while you have a go. So here's the answer then. We've got 30 divided by 10, 30 divided by 3, which is 10, 18 divided by 3, which is 6. Add the calculations together, 10 and 6 to give us 16. So 48 divided by 3 equals 16. So 16 helicopters can be made in 48 hours. So now we're moving on to the independent tasks. So pause the video on each of the questions while you work them out, and then we'll move on to our final extension. Okay. So the first question here, we've got 15 cakes on a tray. We can see that there are 3 trays. So how many cakes altogether? We've got a tip here, multiply. Our next question. There are 64 items of clothing in this set of chest of drawers, and there's the same number in each of the drawers. So how many items of clothing are in each drawer? And I can see that there are 4 drawers. So we've got 64 items and 4 drawers, and the tip here is to divide. Our next question, another tip here, is to multiply. So we've got a jar and it contains 8 spoonfuls of honey, and each of those spoonfuls hold 12 millilitres of honey. So how much honey is in the jar? So we've got 12 millilitres on 8 spoons. So a tip there is to multiply. And once again, we've got another tip of multiplying. I've got a tower and it's 3 times as tall as a house. Now the house is 34 meters tall. So how tall is the tower? Remembering that the tower is 3 times as tall. And the next one, the tip here is to divide. So I've got 5 books and they cost me £85. I want to know how much I paid for just one of the books. So that's 85 and I bought 5 books. So how much for one of the books? Tip there is to divide. Okay, that's fantastic work today. So please check your answers before you submit. Get an adult to take a clear photo and email it to me. And once I receive it, I'll mark it and give you some dojos. And if today you want to continue and do some optional, we've got a question here, which is to work out the missing number. So I'm giving you a tip here, is work out 26 times 3 first of all. When you've got that calculation, we know that it must balance on each side. So what will we multiply by 2 to get the same answer as the other side? Thank you.